that's kind of what did the meme. Even against the Malga, they were playing things like Hazard and whatnot. So they come out here today. The first thing
you look like Rimjow. Thank you. Thanks so much.
For Nightmare with Rad Esports. I mean, this feels like
I'm more Eulacoria, but
right, or maybe 2 metas ago for Rad Esports with the Torb and the Hazard in play.
I mean, it's concerning, I think, to see Nightmare trying to avoid the Malga so much. I mean, many of the top teams here are just forcing those mirrors and winning them out, but they seem to maybe need a little bit more time to play like that. Okay, so dive comp here, Nightmare. It's going to be full Winston setup. Of course, Juno is banned, so Arno Lucio...
Juno ban is so weird in a Nightmare. What? Why would you not ban... I feel like if I'm Rad, I would ban Ana. Why would you not ban Ana?
UV's been able to hit some sick bio-nades over the last few weeks on the Ana. So
wait,
that's kind of what you're playing around.
Zera just one-clicked Chronic?
Chronic probably the most consistent player, I would say, for Rad Esports throughout the first stage.
Oh my, Zera just died.
To the point here, just keeping it contested for Nightmare, but King does find one.
You know, when his Torbo eventually he's going to sort of take on
what's up, liar?
A bit, right? But they're just left to put this damage out, put pressure down on backlines. Nightmare, they really want to stall for this. They're going to go for a nano on Cuffer, and he's just going to hang around like a bad smell. King's lost his turret. Z's here, of course, going to...
Oh my god, Rad Esports is winning.
Go for it. Rad needs
Let's go.
Nightmare off the point, and it's costing them a support ultimate.
Hurricane in your room, bro. It's just hot, bro. Can I not have my fan on?
And King just with that Torbjorn turret, it's just been a nuisance for a lot of teams, right? When Hazard was in, like the Torb really good against Hazard, but also pretty good against.
Do you tan well? No, actually I don't.
Torb with some pretty strong perks too, so Torb a pretty good option, even with some of the other comps we see.
Yeah, that's how Larry that comes in at a good time. It's gonna be a root here thrown down by.
Oh my god! Rad Esports? Wait, hold on. We kind of have a heater of a match. We kind of have a heater of a match. Never mind.
Staggered somewhat now as the point should be flipped in a few moments, but Cuffer did fall before that. King is hard to get rid of at the best of times, and that turret does need to be cleared here by Zera.
Wait, no, we might have a heater of a match. Oh, never mind.
Frustrating here for Nightmare, who have to clear them off entirely.
Everybody just floods on in there, one by one for Rad to kind of keep it contested, so they take the lead for just a brief moment in time, but gonna go right back to Nightmare. And when we were on with Painkiller, he's doing a nice job, obviously blocking a lot of that damage.
I tried Zins last night for the first time. How's that, man?
Didn't have a leap to actually make it over to the Mega Health Pack. If he would have gotten that, maybe you're gonna keep things rolling if you're Rad Esports, but without that Hazard in the mix, very difficult to stay up as you get rid of that Torb turret. Maybe now behind Lethal.
Don't do nicotine. It's not good for you. Oh yeah. Wait, Lethal. Wait, Chronic pops ult. Oh. Oh.
Not really any targets to work with. Lethal's just going to hide away until he has the chance to bring his own overclock into the fight. Cuffer ducks away. Here now comes the crack back from Nightmare. They're still in control of the point for now. They've not allowed it to flip. Keep an eye though on that marker up the top. It's going to be important. Kitsuna Rush going to be
okay. Oh, nice shot. Oh, Zera.
Okay. They end up giving it to the Tracer instead.
All right, what can Zera actually do? I mean, was that just desperation? Did you?
Wait, Lethal kills Zab. Left.
But Lethal is still hitting these rails. Painkiller is scary, but
oh no.
Zera is able to drag him down.
Oh no.
And it looks like Nightmare should be in good shape here. It'll be drips and drabs coming in for Rad Esports as they've lost control in the dying seconds, and they need a touch.
Is it a 3-0 Overwatch? Is it a 3-0 Overwatch?
Nightmare towards the end as well as Unano, that Tracer being able to kind of keep the point in Nightmare's favor for a little bit, get to 99. Everybody kind of disperses, gets healed up, and with just the Hazard on the other side, Painkiller, there's nothing you could really do there to kind of keep that one.
You seen that one round in the series? I mean, it was a very dominant round, I feel.
First point here on Nepal. I think though it is pretty telling though, Mitch, right? We didn't see them ban the Malga yesterday. I think we were kind of asking for it, or maybe they did once and that was the one map they won. But you know, banning it here early on, this also gives Rad Esports an opportunity where like, hey, we can play Malga the rest of the way.
It's obviously a question of whether that's going to be the plan for them. But I mean, Nightmare in the last year, he's banned Farah, Juno.
Rad's only chance is Koth? You think Rad's chance is only Koth? I think Rad has more chances on other modes outside of Koth. I think Koth is the most least likely one.
Here comes King on the Farah. It's an issue for Nightmare. In the past, they've often tried to ban it out. But without a Sojourn here, Nightmare have zero.
Oh my.
Yeah,
King on far or winnable?
First one you could lose off the rip, and then yeah, you don't have any other support healing.
King is here.
Threat to King in the
Like what game modes? I think Rad could compete on hybrid.
early.
I feel like looking at like the hybrid map pool, I feel like they can compete.
Maybe you go back to the Winston.
Might be a little hard though. I say push and hybrid.
So very good about these. It was a Tracer this round though. Opting to go with the Genji. Maybe it's a little bit easier here. You know, access to high ground.
Y'all ever notice Overwatch ranked has been way better with no clash?
4v4. But obviously, there's still a Pharah to deal with. That's such a nuisance. Kaffa wants to play point here if they can. They are going to be able to draw some of these Rad Esports players down. But perhaps they just want to take this high ground away. As Lethal comes back off respawn, set them up for a decent vantage point. But this is taking a huge amount of time.
My friend has holes in his mouth from snus he did like for 3 months. Damn.
Circling the point, right? It's just taking a while to develop and get this position and force these players from Rad exactly where they want them. So now it seems like they finally kind of get that position. They'll move now down onto the point, right? They kind of take that high ground area and almost force them down onto the objective.
I mean, it's a chronic shot at deflecting King there, a railgun, and then a disruptor shot that got bounced back at them. I'm not sure what that was about. Zeri got a lot of value there. Obviously being able to pick off the Pharah just before that. Nightmare, in a pinch, can obviously use Zera's mastery of Genji here to turn the fight in their favor. However, they're chasing a decent total here for Rad Esports. Next fight promises volatility with nanos. In theory for Kuffer, excuse me, Custa, God help me.
Custa? Custa was on Winston for Nightmare.
I mean,
yeah, I mean,
what a utopia. It's like that gif of like the utopia, like the world of Custa got nano. Especially on the Zen. And then he'd probably still use Transcendence.
Wait, what's going on? What?
Crazier things have happened. Yeah. So, see, Cuffy used the prime.
Okay, I'd love to see like a Nano Soj or a Nano Genji.
Give Nightmare the lead, just because this is taking a while for Rad Esports actually.
Whoa, crazy jump from Kuffa. Oh! I think Kuffa was actually dead without that barrage, but...
This has allowed Nightmare, though, at least to even the odds. Now, though, no nano recipient. It's going to be Zera gets it. He might actually be able to build a blade here.
Wait, Zera?
Oh, he does. Does he pull it? Does he need to? Stop the cap, I think, is the most important.
Stop the cap?
The sound barrier now means it is go time. And it's all falling apart for Rad Esports. A fight in which, realistically, you'd expect to try and win. They've got a shot still to come back with, again, sound barrier, overclock, but that's brutal stuff. Nightmare win after losing Winston?
Think about how long it took Rad Esports, though, to get anything going and to develop, right? You know, Nightmare's got like about 30% on the point by time that fight kicks off. They already got like 70. I mean, just gaining a ton here.
I think watching 2 or more OWCS games makes you sleeper is genuinely better than NyQuil. Okay, Overwatch Esports, I did not say that. I was just reading chat. I don't agree at all.
You don't really get a beat in a really advantageous position right now. Lethal can come back with his overclock.
At all.
Awkward, for Naomi. The map got kind of flipped, so this could get staggered out actually for a while. Yeah. I don't really know what's going on.
Did anyone just hear me fart? I just farted so loud.
Why are we doing this? They get on the wrong side of the map.
Oh my!
They've like full dive. Just let's calm down a sec.
A little bit deep, but now you have to wait, right? So now you're going to give up another probably 10-15%, and now you're in final fight territory. Potentially you get like a downpour here with the overclock going, right? Lock all those players down in place. You have a Kitsune rush to use here, so just where it looked like it was pretty terrible for Rad Esports, just kind of that long stall ends up working out for them.
Zera's on the wrap here, spots a Genji, spots a Lucio, excuse me. And he's left dropping down in front of him.
Okay, Lethal.
It's gonna be Lethal. Needs to be a big overclock, guys. I'm gonna give it to you straight. King Loeb is able to get away. Painkiller.
Chronic?
Face of Lethal. Ultraviolet going down. A Chronic's overclocked here, and Rad have tied this round up. The map, in fact. Surely. Kaffa's able to bring the Sojourn down now.
Get this round one for me. Get this round one for... Oh no. Wait, Kuffa got caught. Nice.
As Rad Esports show they can give as good as they get, if not better, when it comes to Village.
Are we seeing Rad Esports in China? PG, what made you really want to compete in Overwatch? I was binging your Hunters and you were the go. What made me want to compete? I was broke.
Of a first map, because they also banned the Mog, right? You assume Rad Esports has watched literally everything that's happened probably the last week.
Like Luca offered me $300, and I was like, I already play Overwatch all day. I might as well just compete. I was like, all right, bet, let's play. I played, and then I was like, you know what? Maybe I'm low key good at competing. Cause like I didn't really want to compete.
Fair enough, Winston, not really the way you want to go on Sanctum, which is fair, but
well, we do see teams play the.
Were you always DPS player? I used to be a off tank player.
Sigma, right? Like if you're gonna play Sigma,
I was an off tank player to like season 15 or 16.
Absolutely. Whoa! Hey, the jagged wall. Okay, Lethal is the most important target here, and it seems as if Kuffer is not invested at all in turning around to assist with that, but and that's fine, would be fine if anyone else on that Nightmare was able to help there, but Painkiller has absolutely ruined them.
Yeah, he is crushing right now. I don't know if you actually saw that when they were up there on the bridge. You kind of jockey for that position. He just jumped straight past Kuffa and kind of just butchers Lethal into the corner there. Uses like the jagged wall, kind of traps him by where that health pack is, where he's kind of like rotating here, right there in that corner. And that's
Nice angle from Lethal. Actually, a really good angle.
Okay, Painkiller does have to give some ground here. Nemesis form of Kuffa will lead him out towards that mega pack location. If he can get topped up, he can just come back to fire once more, and Kuffa realizes it's about the limit of how far he can push forward. Chronic here, gotta be seen too, but
Oh my god, bro. Chronic is just one shot. Wait, flank rail?
He's gonna wrap around. Chronic with full 100 rail charge hits Lethal pretty hard, but not enough to get the kill. Kuffa though does go down. This front line with the Ramatra comp is soft as butter for Nightmare. Bottom of the slip.
Nice from Chronic.
And Painkiller doing the Hassan here. And this is supposed to be the map that Nightmare don't have to deal with the Malga comp. They're still not able to get much done.
Chronic going on that flank, right? They end up using the Kitsune Rush, but Lethal takes a lot of damage from Chronic.
I think
it actually like drags the support back. They try and end up healing. There's nobody there to be able to keep Kuffa alive. Really nice play there from Rad.
I think UV needs to go Kiri. UV's really good at Ana, but I think Kiri is just so much better here.
Everyone those looking so sick. King, Chronic have also been so impactful. Lethal switching over towards the Ash and hasn't really been able to break this situation. Oh, okay.
Ew.
I thought that was an Ajax, but no. No attempt there for Admiral to go for the beat, but he might have an opportunity to use it at all this game. Rad Esports, a cut above, looking to steal this map away. Annihilation here for Kuffa. He'll be dragged down, though. There's just no healing for him.
Oh my god, Nightmare gonna lose.
For Rad Esports, Admiral uses it belatedly, but again, nothing really.
Or not.
Zera Blade might be called upon to save a Nightmare here, and it's going to be left to fall first. Zera has to deal with Painkiller, but Lethal gets some key shots in. This isn't over yet. Chronic now sliding onto the point, and Zera is out of Blade, but straight down the gurgler goes Chronic after getting booped. The Nightmare have fought very hard for their survival, but they've got nothing left but fumes.
Well, they will end up.
I think Chronic popped the Sojo way too early and then kited back on point. I think if Chronic played on the back of point with Sojo, they would have won.
As Rad Esports kind of plays through this Kitsune Rush, that's kind of what you're relying on here, because yeah, but now Kuffa going over to Hazard, right? You're closer to a mirror matchup than you were, right? But it's going to be the Kitsune Rush coming out. That's going to be the bio. It's going to be cleansed off.
Admiral's the one that's being chased right now. Kuffa under some degree of pressure, but the Kitsune Rush actually passes without incident. Nightmare are able to stay alive and able to kite back, but they don't have the ability to lead the point. Rad are at 99% here. And Ultraviolet, that was a speculative bio-native.
Okay, UV.
Has good damage throwing down towards the point. Doesn't need to hit headshots. Finds a good sleep. Painkiller's going to be dealt with, and now Nightmare.
Oh, no way. The big boop actually just saved UV. The Lucio perk actually just saved UV. Oh my goodness.
Survived that fight, and they're getting close now to building some impactful ones of their own.
And with Lethal going over to the Sojourn, it's not as easy to dive as compared to.
I don't think Rad trolled. I think Rad can win. They just have to build. They need to build Soul and Hazard.
The slides though, in combination with the Lucio.
But Nightmare's coming up on a lot of ults. They need to win this fight.
That's why you see with the Kitsune Rush there, they're not able to track anybody down.
UV has got a nano. That's a nano for UV and a nano for that intended target there as well.
UV's gonna nano Kuffa or Zero, I think. Kuffa, it looks like. Oh, Chronic living there is so bad.
He's gonna drop.
Oh my god. Cuff is one. Cuff is one. Cuff is one. Admiral needs to beat.
He might have given up his life.
Cuff didn't get beat. Oh, Lethal got a game-winning pick.
Oh, Nightmare saved by some of these ultimates getting
GG.
in line where they are needed most.
Wait! Oh my god, Painkiller lived!
Painkiller, but he's
Oh my god, Painkiller lived!
to play. Downpour will catch out this hazard. Z's already felled by the slash, and somehow, some way, Nightmare
Oh, that was so close.
circumstances I've seen on this map to claim an exciting Nepal game, but that was their ace in the up the sleeve. That was their Malgalus map. So what else have they got for us?
And that was also just a brutal fumble by Rad Esports, right? I mean, they're dominating. They get up to 99. The final fight, you know, you just kind of have everything thrown in, the bob blade, everything kind of tossed there towards the end. And then Nightmare's able to take it, and then Nightmare just
UV just carried so hard.
away from the dash, so you can't easily beat
I feel like Kiri... Nah, I mean, he's just too good at Ana. UV's just too good at Ana.
beat that comes through there towards the end that ends up like being really good for Nightmare. Kappa actually doesn't even get the benefit of it, and he's quite low. He's just able to kind of stay alive with everybody else healing him on through it. I feel like that's a little bit of a missed opportunity for Rad Esports.
You saw where Ultraviolet had to stand in order to heal that nanode hazard. So much so that as soon as like Kuffa had to fall back, Ultraviolet was the front liner in that kind of moment. And the beat from Admiral, if it doesn't come in there, it doesn't come in at all. I would suggest that Nightmare are saved by adamantium plot armor on this map because Rad looked fantastic. As we went over towards Village, they basically start by blowing up the Romatra comp with the Farah setup. And horrendous against what Painkiller and Co are doing. He runs away with the game on Hazard, and it's not until these sort of final moments where there's a fight won against the Kitsune Rush. There's a sick disengage. Admiral leading his team away from resurging Rad roster. I mean, it was a very close game in the end, but that kind of comeback really doesn't happen unless you've got some very veteran, very cool heads in your backline for Nightmare. So,
Do you ever do your laundry? They don't fold it? No, my laundry's folded over there.
Pretty rough situation.
I'm sure Nightmare as well knows what's at stake in that map, right? Dropping map 1 to Rad. You've already banned the Malga. Maybe you have some inside intel in terms of like script.
Short stack both of things for 5 months.
Rad is pretty confident he can play. And if you lose this year, you're in a really tough spot. But luckily for Nightmare, there are fans out there able to kind of pull on through.
Yeah.
Quick housekeeping. We actually mentioned it, but the closed beta for our OW2 Face It Pugs is open, right? So you should head over to fce.gg/pugs, and that's your way into the Face It Pro League. If you're like an individual player looking for that recognition, the kind of player that also can slot into teams of other people and really just be an additive factor, which by the way is something that a lot of scouts are always looking for teams at the top level. That's your way to fight your way into the big leagues.
I'm a Thanos. Blissy, what the fuck? How did Blitz?
Have a look and see who our top 10 players are. This is a list of people that
How did Bliss break a space station gaming computer? What?
You graduate up from those pro pugs here. So Renko punching out the games, of course. Peace and Vega also getting it done. And this is obviously a weekly leaderboard. So $2,000.
I'm ranked 2. What do you mean?
Nicely done.
I'm ranked 2.
Pretty good over there.
Getting it done. I mean, we see a lot of names that we know well, but it's not all of these names are currently in OWC's team. So what a great way to get noticed. So remember, the action continues this week. The leaderboards reset weekly. So
You were right. I'm ranked 2 right now, bro.
Player that's not in the FPL right now, and you want to be a part of it. Face it, Pugs is the best way to graduate forward. So FCE.
I'm ranked 2 right now.
Again, face it _OW is where you can keep up to speed.
Why wouldn't you want to be in it? If you're that good and you can make money, I mean, Renko, $2,000, hey, that's pretty good. Why not?
I mean, it is legit. It's definitely worth it if you think you can compete with the very best. That's the best way to show what you're capable of. So check that out.
Wait, it ends tomorrow? Wait, tell me why I'm actually about to cash out. What? Wait, why am I actually about to cash out? What?
and there are not many maps in which he is bad. So Suravasa
The
is
one
definitely
curious
one you
thing
should
though,
expect
as well doesn't want to play it, right? Like if Rad is like, we don't really want to play it either. Okay, so Rad will get rid of Ana.
You're so shameless, bro. Let the poor eat.
Right? So we see
All right, if I win, I'll use the 1,000 or however much money I win. Maybe I'll use it for a Minecraft server.
And then we see a few like Juno breaks. So on the other side of things, you get rid of that Ana. Ana really good for like Winston-based compositions or ball compositions. So potentially, okay, this will be a big test, right? Rad Esports, they're giving in.
You don't need to spend that much money. I know. I'm just saying I'll use that money for it. You really stealing from struggling tier 3 players. I should be inspiring them to try fucking harder. They ain't clapped up by a content creator. What? How y'all letting a content creator hit rank 2? The fuck?
They tried this on Esperanza when we launched yesterday, right? But yeah, not having the Ana is quite.
And Prez, let me end Prez.
Going in on the bios would be really huge here, right? Don't have that. So there's no bio on the other side. Like there's no threat for Rad Esports to potentially have to play like a Kiri with this, right? So compositionally, right, it looks pretty good for Rad.
So what Nightmare can do with this setup? I mean, lethal on the Sombra is really good, but obviously it means that the kind of upfront impact that, you know, the Sojourn or even the Ash can offer you. It does, though, deal with Echo relatively well. With left going down, nice little virus connection.
I feel like Sombra is so, like, I feel like this version of Sombra is so piss broken. Like, this version of Sombra is actually the most broken Sombra. Y'all not ready for that conversation, though.
Looking for that off angle to keep Kuffa honest.
The Sombra obviously gives a little bit of trouble, right?
You say this about every hero? I mean, am I wrong, though? Am I ever wrong? Am I ever wrong? Am I ever wrong? No.
So pay attention to maybe the hacks from lethal on
This Sombra does a gazillion damage and literally instantly goes invisible the moment you throw a translocator.
even more direct pressure on the backline.
Is that not, like, hello?
Exactly. I think, you know, even if it's Zero, like getting caged fighted by the Malgus on the end of the world if you have like enough healing inside of that, but it's a really powerful combo, I think, and there was some discussion about it. I think Jake was weighing in yesterday saying he felt that the cage blade was better than duping the enemy Malga. And in this case it would be a hazard, so you can see how there's less value.
How that hazard doesn't die there is crazy.
60% damage reduction plus a buttload of healing allows Nightmare to withstand again.
And you know, with these Malga comps who want to play like pretty, you know, tied together pretty close, and Rad Esports there, they just get completely separated every single fight, whether it be like the hazard diving in, you know, Genji kind of being a nuisance, easy flashpoint there. They just kind of disorient the composition of.
Why do I die every time I pull blade? Said ultimate.
You don't get any benefit of the cardiac overdrive, right? When it's really just kind of the Malga there. It's not the type of situation you want to be in. EMP, that is massive, connected with everybody.
Lethal also gets a hack, like a virus rather, on an EMP target, so just does a huge amount of damage to Lep there in that backline before going down. I think there's a lot of value off that Sombra EMP. And Nightmare's combo very good at capitalizing. They have immense mobility.
Yes. This is what they tried to do yesterday. It obviously looks much better here today as Painkiller just jumps in, just gets beat down by everybody on the Nightmare side. This is what they tried to do yesterday, right? They tried like this composition against the Malga. It didn't exactly work out. It looks much better though in this setup today.
I'll say this EMP is the most OP ultimate in this game. I genuinely, no surprise there, bro. No surprise there. It's an automatic fight win. Okay, Zebron. Doing good, bro. I hope you're doing good too.
So is, you know, Rad are forced to play inside that space too. You can use the cage against the enemy.
Well, especially when you have rally plus the orbital rate going on, right? You end up popping that blade and feel pretty confident you're going to be able to kind of withstand through all of that, and you don't see the blade used for.
Man, 3-0 Overwatch will have you asleep, bro. This shit really will have you asleep, man. This shit will really make you fall asleep. Wait.
side of things, and hey, they're making this
Okay, Karnak.
work really well against the complex.
Um,
There's a reason why everyone's playing Alga right now, but Rad cannot handle what Nightmare brought to the party. And I've got bad news for them. The next fight is a scary one too. There's another EMP developed.
Legal's extremely good on Samba. We've seen him kind of run this throughout the stage here in North America. And so obviously making a huge impact. We've seen them do this like against ball comps, right? But against Malga,
if Peace was playing, they would win, by the way.
very aggressive going in with those EMPs. You see just kind of going around the corner there. It's actually only going to connect.
I get it.
He's going to get taken out, but that's the beat.
And it makes you wonder, is the beat being tracked here, or obviously this, you can, after the beat, that EMP that comes in is
Smoke shows us up.
Lethal was like hoping to set up a very quick pick on Painkiller. That's
Ew! Oh my goodness! Ew!
superfluous in the end.
Yeah, I mean, you use it quite early. I think he probably expects more people to be around the corner, but it was only one, and then Web kind of comes flying around and he uses the sound barrier with everybody. So it'll be Nightmare though. They get back fast, dude. This composition is really.
It takes some time. Wait,
Why do Rad want to give
I'm loving this. I'm loving this from Kuffa. I'm loving this from Kuffa.
for them? I'm not sure. Either way, here's an overclock for Chronic, but it's being blocked. The hazard in the way.
Oh, beautiful played from Kuffa. Beautifully played.
That's so sick for cover. Oh man.
This comp is so.
Oh, King got a spin back.
Right? Like they're able to just.
Oh,
Malga just go straight past him, right?
watch out. This is a 3 months move.
Immense mobility.
You are so big. Thank you, bro.
It seems like also with Reagan Juno, you can kind of make a lot of different things work. This is really quite fascinating. You also see the survivability.
Clear permabench, poor guy. Yeah.
Able to kind of put up that
I don't wish being permabench on my worst enemy.
Here's the hack on Painkiller. No cage fight will be thrown down momentarily. You'd assume. Maybe not needed actually. Yeah, Blade here for King. Gets what they needed, and Zera unfortunately is a spectator in this.
Big okay. Everything's at 6 months. Ooh.
I guess you could in response to a cage fight, but it doesn't guarantee you anything.
It was literally you. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I experienced it. I don't wish on anyone.
there. You're just gonna get the EMP out. Good luck there. The EMP has a lot of value in this comp for a lot of different things, right? I mean, that's gonna be an EMP. The virus there goes on. It's
Sometimes.
gonna be Zero on the other side, finishes him off.
They're going to raid this, I think, crucially to keep everybody inside that cage alive, and Painkiller is probably going to be overwhelmed here. I mean, Rad too scared to dive in there, and you can't blame them. Actually go before the cage because they feel also like
I don't know. Majet's collecting 6 years to travel the world and wave at teams before he goes right back to the bench. I mean, it just all depends on what you want. I'm just saying, if I'm a competing player, I don't want to be benched.
I don't even know if you actually have
It just all depends on you.
damage there. Like when you're playing the
I want to play, bro.
like they're able to just keep the hazard so topped up, like alive all the time, and the damage reduction is so heavy with the block. I don't know if you have the damage to be able to kill him in certain situations. I mean, you see there even with the cage fight, I mean, they're not able to do much damage.
obviously pre-perk is quite good at 60%, but then also if
I'll just say sometimes. Are we getting that 3-0 or what?
it's health gain, but it's effective damage reduction.
Come on, fight back.
Like that becomes even more immense. I would think that with a Malga, with a Sojourn comp, like you have the damage to be able to put down, but the constant harassment and the disabling that Lethal has been inflicting on the Malga, and the fact that he hasn't even been saving him.
I mean, I want to play, but if I can get a paycheck from a team like that for being benched, I'd be happy. Yeah, understandable.
Do I think that it's ideal that Nightmare can't or won't play the Malga comp? No.
Let's go. I'm just passionate about playing.
This counter comp is the alpha. Look at that. I love that they slowed that down. That virus hit onto the left there just guarantees an unbelievable amount of value here. But this from Zera, this is like 2-3 kills in an ultless fight, right? Where you are horribly wrong. Like, this is why there is a tier gap between these teams, between, well, it should be one at least, and that's why map 1 was so concerning for me.
Bench with a good salary or playing on a shit team. I think if you're a player, I think playing is always better than being benched. Like, especially if you're trying to make a name for yourself or something like that. I think playing is always better, especially as a new player. TC, I think 7 months. Being permabench must be so sad. I say it's pretty sad. Mm.
It's just not as valuable. The sound barrier is obviously extremely strong, always is. Speed obviously great.
What if you get in a bag like Summer Jed?
Soldier,
Nah, I still don't think I would.
I feel like the brig would have been better there.
It's an awkward situation.
I don't think Energy paid that crazy. I mean, Energy was paying like okay, but I took a pay cut.
Our opponents are forced to brawl. We know we can beat the Ramatra setup. We don't feel like an enemy Winston comp is going to be that scary, but it's the hazard comp, but it's not the hazard that obviously makes this Rad team this Nightmare team so strong against Rad's comps. It's the Sombra getting
Not a crazy thing to say you want to play, yeah.
Both of those I think are really hard to deal with. How many times did we see Kuffa get 10 HP and just get healed up and begin to stay?
Energy, no. I mean, I took a pay cut willingly to keep Cal. That's it.
That's a combination that is one of the highest damage combinations you have access to if you're trying to kill an enemy tank.
It's not that they give me short end stick. The Ferg boy thing's 2 months.
While he's low in terms of the HP.
Energy was super dope.
Make a little bit of a difference there, but you're running the Genji, right? We never really even saw an opportunity where they got blade inside a cage to be able to kind of swing for the fences.
No, I mean zero bladed inside when a painkiller's coming, and because there was, it took the overlap of rally and orbital rate to get away with that. In fairness,
Dumble things to 5 months. Whoop. Marcelo, you're? I'm not a player at all. I'm a content creator.
Vertical is like a Winston's, right? I mean, there is the perk for it, but still, not as engaging like that.
It increases the jump range, right? But
You consider playing in the future? I want to play in stage 2, but
obviously you can mantle the rest.
would you be down for SOG return, bro? Everyone on SOG. I think Jamal might play, but either Jamal will play or he's just gonna focus on school. Cal is completely done with Overwatch. Rack, I think Rack might want to play, or he might be in the content creator. Infect is on Liquid. That's all I know. Strong Apple thinks so. Get Dope Gaming back. I think everyone on Dope Gaming is actually done playing the game. It's outside of Renko and King.
I think you obviously have great sort of poke compliments to Sigma setup, or does Sigma just get banned straight off the bat here? Widow. I mean, Chronic is. Chronic is kind of nasty with it. I get it.
Cal leaving is genuinely so sad. It's not sad at all. I think it's way better for him, bro. Bro, that guy was benched for nearly 6 months. Cal was actually benched for fucking 6 months. He was really he was going through a lot. You mean and stuff. I think it's really respectable. Well, I think it's just hard to keep passion when you're benched for that long. If you're benched, do you even get to scrim? Not really, no. That's the whole what if you're benched, you're benched. You don't play. Yeah, I think Cal being benched and the whole shit is way better for him. I don't think it's stupid. It's just whatever worked better for the team, Did he get announced to the team? He got signed in Marvel? I don't think, not yet.
I might go Ram. I think I want to go Ram. I played it top right. Yeah, okay. 3, 2, I'm walking out. Shut out.
I'm on carry, by the way.
I'm walking Sojourner now. I can walk in there 6 soon.
No. Close price? Yeah, my bad.
Get ready to go top right, kid. Yeah. On the bottom, by the way. I can go for it.
Was there a map in last season's playoffs? Nah. I don't think I would have played. I mean, I also went on vacation, so that was that too.
Swing mate.
I think we're gonna go.
I gotta live. We have all the space. I'm gonna take top right soon.
Yeah, you know,
Project
Dave.
bottom.
It's actually an interesting battle on the front line here between the Sigma and the Ramatra. Eventually, there is a break in the dam. Though. It feels like such an interesting
Looking like a 3-0.
because there's so many ways in which these front lines interact, but it's the DPS around them.
Looking like a 3-0. Let's go.
Bit of a wait here to get him back in the fight, but
Fight back, bro, please.
right hand side, they want to take that high ground. They want to push the lethal off of that area. They actually get up to the last time, but then it's, they meet Zero up there on the high ground, who ends up starting to go to work on the Genji. It takes a while for that to develop as well, right? You're going to be below 2 minutes here.
Why do they insist on playing King on PC character? There's like a whole bunch of things to it. Whether like it's comms, whether it's teamwork,
This is a lot of heel pressure. And Lucio
flexibility. There's a lot to it.
You can't get King to half health inside that gravitic flux either. Kaffa might have mildly overextended though here to look to follow up and doesn't hit the accretion on Painkiller, but they got hit with a bionic grenade. And he's gonna go down. Once again, Rad Esports, it's such a slim window they've got to push through to win the fight, and they just...
How do you think it affects the competitive scene? I think the competitive scene is in a good spot right now. Actually, I don't know.
Ultraviolet that goes on to Zero.
I'd say it's in a good spot right now. How do y'all feel about it?
Admiral here as well. So, although you end up losing that fight, now you're going to get...
Luffy the Goat thinks it's up. I don't think he can improve much more. I guess they can have more lands, but like that's a lot of money, and I don't know if Overwatch wants to put that money into it.
They have the, you know, everything to work with here. Like, this should be a surefire win.
Yes, it's got to be an auto win.
Yeah,
Surely.
Maybe better salaries for players so they can play more and practice more. Bro, the salaries right now are fucking crazy. What? The salaries right now are insane. Compared to like Overwatch 1 Season 1 or OWC Season 1, that shit are fucking crazy now. They're not like our level, but they're definitely pretty good money.
There's nowhere for Nightmare to go in that situation. So Zero goes in, uses the blade. It's going to be the beat on the other side, and the overclock kind of gets that out as well. Not even really going to have an opportunity to touch here. So in the final seconds, Rad Esports will get the first checkpoint. They also hold on to their annihilation, so you have that potentially here for this run. This next fight. I'm curious if Nightmare, after this gravitic flux, decides to stay Sigma.
Boom. Boom.
Ramatra's like fairly decent into Sigma, right? If you can get past the Sigma shield and just start using the Nemesis form, it makes it very difficult to take out a dude. Zera's been just on a mission here today. I mean, that is 2 kills, just, you know, going right on into the back line and pushing them back to the spawn. We actually saw a spawn camp last week like this, right? It was the Widowing play.
Has anyone qualified to China? No, that's next week. Next week is when you find out if people qualify for China. Actually, I think CR are qualified for China.
If they're going to win a fight, Matt, they have to fully commit. And if they, for whatever reason, can't get it done, there's too much healing, they lose a player, Zero can just clean up. I mean, he doesn't really have to cover much ground to get to them.
The only people on partner teams get money, Peps. Yeah, I know.
Here, virtually being a frontliner, he's screaming with so much...
The EU teams that get paid are like Virtus Pro, Genji, the Ultimates, Al Kadesh or whatever, Twisted Minds. NA is like Nightmare, Rad,
You mentioned though the heal pressure though, then
Space Station, Team Liquid, Nightmare,
rush basically to get extra heal.
Timeless.
Painkiller up is Painkiller takes a ton of damage at the start there.
I think Amplified does too. I'm not 100%.
That after they take out Painkiller.
Rad is paying? Yeah, Rad's paying.
Of Rad Esports. This is a bio there. It's gonna push that Ramatra back. Nice secretion here. It's gonna go right into the gravitic flux.
Good flux catch here on this Ramatra. Painkiller, though, is going to be able to avoid that. Obviously, there's
Yeah, I got offered from Rad Esports to be a co-streamer.
from that burst damage. There's an increase in there, going a little bit away with. Notice the Kafra's taking the second.
I mean, the salaries aren't a lot, but
allows you to hover, right? So you actually
you know, it's still money.
Cowley now as this Sigma.
SSG paying you? Yeah, I'm on payroll.
Gets the beat, he's probably happy enough with that, but needs to deal with King, who is more than happy to cross swords with him. And uses it to get get rid of Cuffer. Nice little bouncy buy and aid there. It is going to account for King. But Nightmare had to give up a lot of space. They won't have Cuffer to move back in and retake here, so they are going to have to pressure this now with 3 players.
Oh, so you get a sleep here onto Chronic up on the high ground.
UV took the nade perk. The nade perk is fucking broken. What? That shit is so broken. Wait, lethal? Wait, Chronic? Oh, Chronic missed that.
Somehow there's been a contest for quite some time, but Lep is the only casualty of this final.
Oh, nice. Let's go, Rad. Maybe we get a map win. Some people choose Groggy. I think Groggy depends on the enemy tank. If the enemy tank is like a really squishy mobile tank, and you can like hit a sleep dart on them and then hit Groggy, they just die. You know what I mean? Like, let's say you get a ball or like Winston versus like a Winston Primal. Hazard too.
Okay, out in the open here, a bit awkward. His painkiller probably feeling, but he'll throw a vortex down to get Zero out of his face. Big. So the bionic grenade perk here is very
3 p.m. and I'm thinking I should get some help. Woke up feeling like I'm by myself.
Multiple people with that ability.
See, man, you lose the painkiller here. You push right up to the gates. You have UV here with the
I just found myself.
basically puts a shield over by that driveway and just battles painkiller in a one-on-one.
Cuffer's so down to play some Ramatra here. He's been waiting for this opportunity. It feels like all series. Should be a nano here for the Ramatra inside Nemesis form. Still just an absurd amount of damage.
With me, back on it.
About this. He's getting close to an annihilation though. That's the kind of ultimate that can end the rounds here. Painkiller does eat a bio.
Roller clean plastic surgery.
Zero doesn't have a health pack from bio on here, so actually has to fold back a little bit. And you saw Admiral swing that right side.
And you're hurting.
Entirely lethal now rules the roost in terms of that. He's out in the open. He can see beautifully, basically anything. He needs to lock down, and he can. It's going to be a desperate beat here for Lep. Zarek gets away. He's a little bit too close to the sun there as that extra beat comes down. Ultraviolet is felled before Nightmare can get a beat down to protect him, but here comes the Z's is down, so good luck.
100%. Like, making it the 3rd point on Havana is crazy. Like, it's actually super winnable for Red. Is Red really better than Sig on cyber maps now? Yeah. What do you mean don't say that?
They're totally fine matching, like in the head-to-head. They feel extremely.
He has a juice? They so. Why? Hey, fuck. Oh my god. Sold it. Thanks 11 months. Oh my god. Fuck. Hi. Final match of the day, yeah.
As teams go over to the list, right, with Genjis and Sojourns in play. Also, obviously, the added speed.
Okay. So what's the answer here for Nightmare? We saw them get a lot of mileage out of the Sigma comp. It looked really good until we got into that second phase, but perhaps the map just becomes a little bit more claustrophobic for a hero.
Why'd you start doing the bro fist?
You know, from far away.
I felt like I needed to do something for like whenever someone subbed to me, or like whenever I first started doing my face cam, I was like really anxious, or like just I don't know. I feel like I had to use the face cam after I started using it, so I just started bro fisting the camera.
Okay, Kaffa's been wanting to obviously run that a fair bit this series. We have noted that.
Your boy Verizon, the 6 months.
You know, kind of destroyed by these Malga setups. To Rad, for whatever reason, like we're in a
what was the most best of 5 you played in?
One of your best answers to Malga is stick here with this. I'm surprised that they actually want to play Ramatra here on defense. I really thought they'd go back to the Malga.
I mean,
It makes navigating this 4 months.
the map, right?
I don't know. Best map 5 I played against. Played in.
You definitely have to play close up to the spot. Seeing Rad with that Genji putting a lot of pressure here, or at least trying to on the lethal.
King is nice with it. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Just a really nice Faro Genji player. Very, very good. Okay, Painkiller buys a little bit of time, but once again, that spawn camp falls flat. Very rare, I think, in the era without Reinhardt, May, sim comps that you see a spawn camp really work for the long time.
It's like what we actually see out of like Avidity and Rad Esports, right? It's like the players individually are really talented, and they can put up pretty good fights against some of these teams. I know at the
I don't know.
The 5 through 3 range, right? It's just like the little things just kind of push these teams over the edge, right? Which I know they have a distinct advantage of them a little bit more than macro and micro games.
Okay, there is, you can see Zera trying to get amidst the back line. A nice Bionade connection there for Ultraviolet. He found a good angle around those shields, but Cover's not healthy enough to really follow up on it and pressure Painkiller further. So this at least creates a break in the action now that can be used. And Bionade off cooldown a couple seconds, but a wall comes up. Nemesis form is in play though. Ultraviolet buys his time. Wants to make sure a Bionade means a potential kill, and it might here. Painkiller low inside the Kitsune Rush, but takes a Nemesis form here. And Amos get some armor back in play. Chronic though is down, that's a little bit scary. Cuffers takes the perk that improves his poke potential. That burst of extra shots here, it's a bit scary for Z's to deal with.
I think it's criminal that UV is not on a partner team. Like, this could be biased because he's my old teammate, but like, I actually think it's criminal.
Especially holding 3 big ultimates for the next fight.
And the longer these fights go, right, the better it will be for Nightmare. Just they have an advantage in terms of just HPS output.
Does your heart rate ever get higher in overtime fights?
Bios,
Yeah.
In comparison to like the Kiri, right? Just going to be able to just pump out a little bit more healing. That's why you also see Painkiller like take some huge damage.
Shame anything at 3 partner teams. I know, man. I know.
For the cleanse, right? Because UV is so good with those bios, you're not going to play anything that could like deter that. But you're just going to lose out in terms of like healing resources.
Might be a game of chicken here with our Annihilations map. Oh, Chronic!
Uh-oh.
Yeah, good follow-up by Zera. So both of those DPS ultimates pop here. Red obviously in no position to try and invest in Annihilation.
Oh!
Classy stuff. I think, though, it gets a little bit harder from here on out, as Admiral is always happy to get involved in some argy-bargy.
Be happy with some.
Won't end up, turning the fight there for King, but it was a nice deflect right back on Zera as he tried to come through the doorway. He was trying to like camp him down there in the underground and maybe kind of get a little bit of a stagger on the Genji, but King comes flying out. Now this is another fight though that Rad Esports should most certainly win, right?
I mean, you've got to bully out.
That's coming on in. Yep. Do have sound barrier available though for Nightmare. So
is this hasty?
Potentially.
Okay, look how low they are under this sound barrier, man. Kaffa definitely forced that ultimate.
Oh!
Annihilation from Painkiller. A beautiful triple bio. If you can get King here,
Oh, King trolled by going for that dash. What the fuck?
You can't be annihilating. You can't be no in this situation, but Painkiller's gonna go for it anyway. Shove in a Nightmare. They've got to give that ground up. And a 2-player contingent for Rad Esports holds Nightmare at bay, but it's hardly an effective use of that Annihilation. Painkiller now has to fight in Nemesis form, and the reinforcements have arrived for both.
Okay, Chronic pops ult. This is good. Oh! Bang!
Lethal. Absolutely bowled over by that headshot. Like you mentioned, Matt,
Wait, UV kills there. Nice.
Hold them off. Lep is able to avoid execution and stay in it.
Yeah, much earlier it was like pretty bad for Rad, like you had mentioned. They kind of got King and they get up 3 players here for Nightmare. Now it's actually kind of turned, right? After this overclock, UV ends up using the Nano there onto Kuffa, and they're already down a player or 2, and they get absolutely nothing out of that key Nano boost. So it looked like it was going to be pretty rough for Rad Esports. It completely kind of turns on its head though for them towards the second half of that fight, as now they're sitting a pretty good opportunity, right? Below 2 minutes. They need to just bleed a little bit more clock here before Nightmare potentially takes that second checkpoint.
Nice shield.
Ultraviolet.
Nade? Oh my, the whole world's purple.
King knows how to shrug it off.
Wait, Zera going for the ones? Ooh. Oh my god!
I like it. Go send it.
Is that a throw though?
Yes, that's a throw. The fuck? What do you mean is that a throw?
Could pop it when he gets low here. Yep, give him another Nemesis form. Basically, that deals with Chronic.
And they still win.
Gets sucked into the vortex.
And that's the rush here used like way late. I mean, maybe you had another player alive, but you have King here up with Z. So
wait.
You're going to end up losing a few players. I don't think you're going to be able to challenge yourself to spawn. As Lev comes flying out, but dude, I think you would love to have your rush here.
Every Bionade has been so impactful for Ultraviolet.
2 minutes to hold this corner. That might be hard.
Right, when the enemy team is like a full rushdown style and you're on it. But again, these heals have been pretty inspirational. We've got matched beats coming into this next fight though. And Admiral has to hold his for a blade. I mean, you cannot just pop this one, whereas left here can be a little bit more, you know, free and easy
Yo.
to use. Obviously, King's playing
How much damage is Ram doing on this off angle, bro?
Card is rolling in. Chronic has gone down. Lethal's getting the better of that matchup for the last couple of minutes. Admiral trying to decide if there's any point in trying to beat here. There really isn't one. Painkiller is going to die
GG.
inside this annihilation now, brought down by UV. And this, folks, is the series. This is Rad Esports succumbing to Nightmare and being knocked here out of the playoffs. If they're not careful, it's going to be King going
GG.
1-1. It's the best he can do. And now the rest of the Nightmare will run this one in. Rad Esports are eliminated from our playoffs, and Nightmare will advance.
And you don't even get a use of the sound barrier there from Lep.
3-0 Overwatch is going to be the end of me, bro. Oh my goodness.